Hello everyone, Phantom here. Welcome to my Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail playthrough. If you want to see what I'm up to lately, you can find me on Twitch at the link in the description below. While you're down there, consider subscribing or liking. It helps me and my human more than you'd think. Enjoy the show. Upon speaking to Erinville, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. First time I'm getting that message. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long movie. Settle in. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down the alley to investigate. Okay. No problem, Sprite. Thanks for sticking around for a bit. Feels like herding a pair of unruly corals. I understand all too well. Surely it had the same effect on me. Right then. Now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home, and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is though, there's no telling what we might be in for. Oh boy. Here sounds battle already. What the? Estinian! Most handsome dragoon.
When did he get here?
Oh yeah, I often know your boyfriend's here.
Why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter. Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that woman there.
Oh, you flatter me, Estinian.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Taral.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lv90. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lv90.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Lv90, Lv90. It makes sense.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, Don Servant.
You don't want him to use your old
I
name.
took the
do you?
name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lv90's recruited allies. Ha! Old-tempered still. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the Rite is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zerolja. The second promise, Ona. The third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja. You four will compete in the Rite of Succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away. And it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young. And so I look to the always for inspiration. The Rite of Succession. The means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulcha at all. So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against. Though it seems the One-Head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Oh.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Tural and find the City of Gold.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Gona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
Are you for us proof my unbroken word? For I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
Oh. He claims he's seen the City of Gold.
Real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliobal. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions. And we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same. But in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
A seal, huh?
Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
Wait. So this is literally Pokemon now?
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
So we're going to go basically do
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals.
the island
and now
trials.
this? You do so
and
love
and
your
get everybody's
contests,
approval
Papa.
before we can go to the Pokemon League.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja just successor and be done with it.
The rite of cessation begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave. You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the rite of succession.
Yeah, makes sense. But
once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this? Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, a very dear friend, let's say, alluded to the existence of this golden city and charged me with seeing it as my duty as the inheritor of the seat of Azem. And, well, considering he went and saw those things in his friend's place when they couldn't uphold their duty, the least I can do is see where this journey leads. Right?
So you are committed to your path? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Here they come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome name. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Serelja. Take heart, tiller of the soil. The resilient son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Soralja, the first promise and commander of the landscape. Serelja, the palace seer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Soralja is indeed the natural child of Gurul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion, common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Soralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
Oh.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, He and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklammat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
Kyle, are you alright?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's ambitions.
Oh
Deep
boy.
and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire.
That's not good.
It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
The elders, they complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new.
You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the rite of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Practical.
Plain spoken, as always.
That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studio.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklammat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser Glabans. Come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyola. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your fealty.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. I pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable. But you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Oh, so a traditional politician.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious Third Promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the Rite of Succession?
Of the Dawn's Promise? I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
It's fine. More than anyone, I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Alright. As you just witnessed, Wuklamat's no great army of supporters. Not yet, at least. I know not what drives the royal jaw, and engulfs him like an inferno. So Kawana, second promise, is intent on developing his country by means of Charlotte innovations. Given his background, I suppose it should come as no surprise. Two-headed claimant, but cool Jaja treats everyone around him as lesser beings. No doubt he tried to elevate the Mamulja above other races should he become Dawn's servant. Not like how the Garlean Empire afforded special status to pure-blood Garleans. Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tuliyola saga. Might I suggest comparing the tablets against the pillars? We could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea. Let's go and take a look. I won't give up until I find the Golden City, for Lv90 as well as myself. I wasn't expecting the events to progress that quickly, but I won't complain. The contest is the main reason we're here, after all. The preparation of intricately carved tablets for every claimant must have taken considerable effort and forethought. We should consider them weighty reminders that this contest is no light-hearted matter. At a glance, they seem much the same. That makes everyone. Lv90, the tablets, if you would. Of course! Everyone has a tablet? Then let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. Oh, I didn't notice you said that. Thanks for coming, Gabe. Have a good night. Unless I'm mistaking something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference is that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now we've established the scenes are the same. Where do we go from here? The Dawn servant said that we were to retrace the path he walked in the United Tural's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. And we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tuliyola saga. The events the glyphs portray. Do we know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanohana settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season, and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold. That one involved the Pelapela village, which is about the same distance from here. Before going anywhere, we should ask about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about the storm that passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Dawntrail several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as yours is, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. And if we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. If it's information we need, just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. It would be prudent to ensure we were prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. So now I get to this vaunted inn room. Oh, such lovely little cottages, and they're on the water. What a comfort to have our lodging in sorted in advance. Lv90 said she would bring the information to us. I wonder what she meant by that. Do I not have the filter set to get rid of people when they're nearby? Is there a radius I can... No. That's right. The reservation is under Lv90's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Sergeant, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you finish organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Lv90. Greetings, visitors to Tuliolal, and welcome to the Four Caverns. Whenever you are ready, I will show you to your rooms. Oh, yes, please. I want to see this. There's cabins out on the water. It's going to look awesome. Oh, yes. Definitely I would. Okay. Is something wrong? I noticed the fox's mouth is not moving. Hi. Technical difficulties. Okay, technical difficulties resolved. I don't know how long that was going on with the Fox avatar not moving to my voice, but yeah. Sometimes I get a little carried away and then my human notices something's wrong and I'm like, huh, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what they mean right now. This is nice. Now, we don't just have a window this time. We don't just have a window to see the night sky in the first. We have a freaking... Can I fish here? Can I fish? Cat is hungry. Cat is hungry. Can I fish? Can I fish? No, I can't. I can't fish. Man, this is so cool though. This is legitimately really awesome. But there's this whole like, oh, that's awesome. Just doze on this. Oh. This is nice. Just chill here. So there's sitting spaces. You can't doze on it, but you can sit there. Of course, you can doze on the bed too. Okay, they have an orchestrion here. Of course, they have everything you expect, including the summoning bell. Speaking of which, I might as well see how my selling of everything is going. Good. I can get rid of the clear diving materia. I can store these. Cool. Yes, I sold some of the paintbrushes. Okay. Let me do a little bit more market crashing here. The price is rapidly falling. I'm not really to blame for that. Yes, I undercut, but so does everybody else. And honestly, I would have made a nice, tidy profit just from selling them for about 30k. So selling them for almost 100k when this expansion launched was a little bit price gougy. But I didn't want to just put them up there at, you know, 30k or 40k, and then everybody's like, what the heck are you doing? We have to hunt this person down. Because, you know, sometimes people be really upset like that. Oh. So the price of these is tanked. Okay. Alright. Done with the in-room. trust you to be the keenest to head out, Nolly. But where are Aravel and Buklamat, I wonder? Oh, good, you're all here. And who might your big companions be? Seeing as we needed information, I thought who better to get it from than the locals. These two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. I can give you credit for taking initiative at least. What do you mean at least? I am honored that the third promise should seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently. So I brought these for the two of you. What's this? It is called a link pearl, a gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. It will be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. Please ask anything. I'll try to tell you what I know. A stroke of luck to force this connection to the palace may be the beginning of a profitable partnership. Lv90 may not be as experienced or accomplished as her brothers, but she has an affinity for the people. Where finding those willing to cooperate is as simple as asking. The Tuliolal saga features a number of Torald's clans. Two of those, the Hanuhanu and the Pelupelu, have settlements relatively close to the city. So I brought a representative of each. Ooh. Hi, Claire. Thanks for the follow. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I think my human has the Amazon Prime, so the VODs should be up for 60 days if what I read is correct. So if you miss anything and you want to watch my playthrough, feel free to watch it later. I do try to voice all of the characters when they're not voiced. I'm not too good with some of the accents. I can't get Alize right, but I try. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village, Okanu, is located in Kozamuka. The other, smaller fellow, is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Okopacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold, and craft all kinds of marvelous goods in Wachunpilo, their village. Now, as for deciding which village to visit first, why don't you put that adventurous instinct of yours to work for us, Dolly? Pick our destination. Upon completing this quest, the missionary will branch into two quest paths. Accepting the quest from the helpful Hanu will temporarily prevent you from accepting the quest from the approachable Pelu, and vice versa. The second path will become available from the respective NPC once you have completed the series of quests in the first path. Furthermore, story elements and quest rewards will not be affected by your initial choice of path. Speak with the NPC you prefer and embark on the trail for the right of succession. Trail.